Welcome to Salt and Carbon. Join us as we travel around Australia, enduring highs and lows with our trusty pop-top Troopy called Tina. Sit back and enjoy today's episode. Hey guys, welcome back. So we finally landed in Perth today and we're back at the Troopy. We just spent some time in Melbourne. Jennifer had a course that she had to complete. So while we were in Melbourne, the Troopy went in to get the exhaust replaced. It's sounding very good, it's looking very good as well. I'll show you some video footage of that now. We actually put in a flexible joint, so it's like a woven steel joint, which the original exhaust never came out with, to try and stop the exhaust from cracking again. And yeah, it's due for an oil change, so I'll be doing that now. Obviously we've done a lot of kilometers from Melbourne all the way to Perth already. We've done just under 10,000 kilometers, so yeah, time for an oil change. So here you can see the flexible joint that was installed. We've still got the old exhaust over here, but everything from where this original flange was back has been replaced, and over in the back, I don't know if you can see that, that's an original Toyota muffler. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, just remember when you do put your new oil filter on that you just put some oil, new oil preferably, on this seal here, just to make sure that the oil filter and that mating surface there seals up well. Yeah, so pretty good. And then the other thing to remember is that this oil filter just goes hand tight, so when you can't turn it anymore, don't go put a oil filter wrench on it to tighten it further, because you're going to struggle to get it back off again. Sadly, we had to say goodbye to Perth and move on up north, as we have a country to see, and our first stop was a place called Two Rocks. Unfortunately, we haven't ever been here before, but as you can see, there's quite a bit of a lean to this, which made me quite nervous. So if you haven't driven a track before, it's probably best not to do it throughout the night. So we finally decided to spoil ourselves with a jet foil. There you go. We decided to see what the fuss was about, and it's been taking a lot of convincing to finally buy a jet foil. So good morning everyone. We finally left Perth. It was really good to be there, and thank you to everyone who helped us get the Troopy ready for the second leg of our trip. Thank you Stefan and so on for lending me all your tools and your knowledge to fix a lot of things. We had a couple of bolts snap off and we had to do some welding. The cruiser company rear bar latch broke off on the corrugations, so I don't know how that happened, but yeah, we managed to fix that. And then also thank you to Paul and Tanya for showing us around the Perth area a little bit. I'm sure all of you already know, but this little indicator only comes with the flash version of Jetboil, so it just tells you when your water is warm. This seems to be one of the taller sand dunes around this area, So we're gonna go climb up there with our coffees, and then the ocean is just in that direction, so hopefully we have a good view. So, pretty bloody steep up here. Almost vertical.
Wow.
How gorgeous is this view of the ocean? We're going to head up north to a town called Wedge, and there's a place called Wedge Island, or just off that. So yeah, should be good to go and see that. I think there's a couple of shacks along the way that we can also go and explore. But yeah, we're going to be packing up tent and then heading off. Jen and I don't know much about WA and Perth in general, but we've just stopped at Yanchep and it seems like a pretty specky spot. Look how beautiful that lagoon is, or this area is called Yanchep Lagoon. What did you just say, Jen? What does this place remind you of?
It reminds me a bit of Torquay in Victoria, so it's not really that close to the city, sort of just about an hour or so out, but
yeah,
it's got those really nice coastal vibes, still kind of a small town feel, but it is being developed quite a bit now. There's heaps of new estates, or I don't know what you call them, developments that they're building houses around here.
Yeah, I agree. It's beautiful here, but yeah, it's not that close to Perth, so if you were working in Perth, might not be the best drive,
yeah,
you know,
lots
traffic wise.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty if you can work out here. So we're just at a fuel stop to air up our tires, and I noticed that the new mud flaps that we put on has started melting against the new exhaust. So we actually put the mud flaps on with the old exhaust, and then since then a new exhaust got put on. But yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but there's a whole lot of trimmed bits and molten bits, so thank goodness it didn't actually catch a light. Luckily it was right at the back of the car, so the exhaust doesn't get that hot at that point.
We're on our way to Breton Bay, and we're on a sand track that's taking us there.
There's a place called the Crack Shack, not too far away from Breton Bay, on Breton Bay. There's two shacks there, so I'm quite curious to see what's in store for us. It turns out that these shacks were pretty freaky, but more of that in the next episode. Thank you for watching, and please remember to hit that like and subscribe button.